Hi everyone, my name is Nick, and out of the topics that we were given, I have chosen to discuss the stereotypes. I believe that's what it was called. Give me one second. Yeah, it's people often stereotype. I literally barely know what I'm doing right now. Okay, most people, the way I'm gonna go with this is, most people automatically stereotype you no matter what. They can stereotype you based on the color of your hair, tattoos, piercings, the way you talk. It's very weird at how, like, automatically, as a human being, we will stereotype. Like, people often stereotype me, for instance, because of my tattoos. Like, I will often be stereotyped as a dumb teenager, even though I'm in my 20s. I will be stereotyped as an idiot sometimes for doing it. I think one of the worst stereotypes that I have gotten myself, though, is... How do I say this? People often stereotype me as the outcast, loner dude who just looks creepy. Okay. I don't think I can roll my eyes hard enough for that. Anyways, the thing is, like, we end up stereotyping based a lot, like, the majority of stereotyping to most people is over race, religion, sex, and sexual orientation. That's usually what a lot of people believe, or nationality, what a lot of people believe is considered stereotyping. But you can also stereotype, for instance, blondes. People often stereotype blondes as stupid, moronic, idiotic, don't know what they're saying, don't know what they're doing. They automatically stereotype you, no. Whatever. Either way, they often categorize you with other people who might tend to fall into the stereotype of a dumb blonde. I think this has a lot to do with how people are portrayed in the Hollywood film industry, TV industry, stuff like that. They always want to play up the stereotype. So if you're a blonde, they automatically play you up as stupid, which is where the stereotype grows. And people often also stereotype a lot of gay men, or lesbian women, or the LGBT community as a whole. They end up stereotyping a lot of us based on a couple of things. Like, if you're a gay man, you're automatically stereotyped that you're going to be flamboyant, that you're the cause of AIDS, and somebody tried to correct me on that, because if you go look through most, I wouldn't say I guess you could do mainstream as well, sometimes they play up this, like, how do I explain it? Sometimes they will sit there and play it up. Like if you go back and watch anything, and I think even in history, it proves that gay men were stereotyped for being the cause of AIDS. Like, even if you didn't have the disease, you were automatically categorized and stereotyped into that group of, yes, you have AIDS. But again, like with the flamboyant thing, you're automatically stereotyped into that because that's how mainstream media plays you. Mainstream media makes all gay men look flamboyant and meh, like they're puking rainbows and unicorns all the time. That is never the case with most of the gay men that I know. They are not flamboyant, as some people try to stereotype them, based on the way that they dress or the way they act. But to be, like, there's just certain things that, like, I don't even know how to explain it, but yeah, people will stereotype anybody in the LGBT community, like the gay men like that, lesbians, they automatically assume you're going to be butch. Or work at Home Depot. Yes, I could actually, if I knew I wouldn't be in trouble, I would actually show you a clip of a few shows that I actually went and looked up before doing this, that sat there and automatically made the lesbian character butch, or they would constantly make jokes that they need to go back to Home Depot or work at Home Depot. This is what I'm saying. Like, they automatically just give these stereotypes to everybody. They automatically do. And it makes me sick because as long as the world keeps stereotyping, we're not getting anywhere. Because people often stereotype, like I said, me for an idiot teenager because of these. I've got friends who are blonde that are always automatically stereotyped as an idiot just because they ask a question sometimes. Or they say, I don't know. Or they say, yeah, something like that. Like, they're automatically stereotyped. And I don't understand a lot of the time why. And then one of the things that irritates me the most is guys and girls that game, like through Xbox, online, PlayStation, any of it, they're automatically stereotyped as lazy losers who do nothing. Like, proof and taken recently, there was a PewDiePie video where a girl told him he didn't have a core message and that all he does is make his living off playing video games. And, like, he doesn't have a core message and stuff like this. And I'm like, okay. So, automatically, because someone plays video games or makes a living off of that, they are considered a unemployed loser. Again, another stereotype. Or, there's a stereotype for female gamers. That girls can't game. I've gamed with the majority of my friends that are gamers are female. They can kick my ass. It just bothers me that these stereotypes are going around that, like, all these different things, and you're just sitting there like, I don't understand, and I'm with you, I don't understand either, because stereotypes, I think, were meant to bring down certain groups of people. Because this is how this world worked at that time, and some of these stupid stereotypes are still around today that are from earlier on. A lot of these stereotypes are still here. And then the stereotypes that are evolving today are based off of, like, closed-mindedness. Like, automatically saying a girl can't game, a gay guy's flamboyant, a lesbian is butch, anybody who has a tattoo or dyes their hair is a stupid teenager. Stuff like that. Like, it's just, as much as we hate to admit it, I believe we all sort of stereotype people, though, when we first meet them. Like, when you first meet someone and you don't really know them, you're going to kind of categorize them and stereotype them in a way. And it's sad, but it's how this world works, and it really upsets me. And I try not to do that. I try not to stereotype or categorize a lot, but I do find myself doing it sometimes. And it's not with the dumb blonde thing. It's not with the gay thing. It's not with the lesbian thing. It's nothing with that. I end up stereotyping people based on what they say, I guess is the way to say it. Like, that's the only way I'll stereotype you is if I think you are, if you sound uneducated, I really hate to say this, but I will stereotype you into, like, a group of uneducated people because it bothers me. But then I feel bad for doing that, and I'm like, and then I try to give them a second chance, and a lot of the time I'm friends with a lot of those people now. So my thing is, stereotypes do happen, and we are all guilty at some point of using a stereotype or stereotyping someone. That's all I have to say on this, because this went over about 5 minutes than it was supposed to. Anyways, my name's Nick, and it's been a pleasure.